So now I have an HTC Vive and a Oculus Rift. The Oculus Rift came on Monday, and it took me about 2 days to set it up, with a lot of frustration, which was surprising because I thought the HTC Vive, a Steam VR, was going to be more of a hassle to set up. So one of the problems I had with the Oculus was this remote control device. So it's a remote, it should be very simple to use and so on, but this remote, when it came in the package, had one of those little plastic tabs that isolates the battery from the main circuit, I guess to prevent battery drain. But for the life of me, I couldn't pull out this plastic tab. The tab was here on the bottom, so obviously it's no longer there because eventually I got it out. But I tried pulling it on my hands, but maybe because my hands are so arthritic, weak from playing, so many games, that I just couldn't do it with my hand. So then what I did was I got a little mini tool and used the pliers and the mini tool to pull out the tab. Well, what that caused was it caused the tab to break off. And then with the tab broken, I couldn't operate the remote. So I tried to search online to see if there's any videos of how to open the remote. Well, I did find one video, I guess from Oculus itself, that showed the remote can be opened, and in the video, they just sort of did this. They pushed up towards, the lanyard part, and the thing just kind of magically opened. I tried that again and again, and I just couldn't do it. And what I started to do was I used my fingernail to sort of, pry into the gap here, or rather I should say on this side. But even that didn't work. Tried for a very long time, grew very frustrated, thought about taking a knife or a screwdriver to it, but I didn't want to damage the housing. And then I actually found a post online, and the post online had a almost magical method of opening this. And I thought, everyone should know. So evidently this plastic tab thing breaks, pretty often. When I search online, I see, a fair number of people complaining about it. And when I contacted Oculus, Rift support, well, I contacted them for two reasons. So one was I couldn't, remove the plastic tag from the remote. And the other one was I couldn't get the USB sensor to get recognized. So they responded to me about the USB sensor. They basically said, oh, yes, update your USB drivers, which, by the way, didn't work. But they didn't respond to me at all about what to do for this remote. But without further ado, let me show you how to open this remote and hopefully save everyone else a lot of frustration. So the concept is actually pretty simple. So you place it in your palm like this, with the lanyard on top, and then with your other hand, you put it over the back, and then it's sort of like a washing hands, kind of motion, and you just do this. You press down, and voila. It comes open. That's what it looks like inside. So before, we had the plastic tab that ran from under the battery through this spring-loaded catch here, and then extend out the back. So I think the way it was put in, because of the spring-loaded catch and it was under the battery, it would have been very difficult to remove the plastic tab. In fact, after I opened this, when I pulled on the plastic tab, it caused the battery to pop out, before the tab, got released. So, poor design, a mistake in engineering, or maybe I just have a unit, that was tighter than normal. But in any case, this is how to open it, and to put it back, you just slide it back. It is actually pretty amazing how easily it is to open it once you figure out how. So once again, you just put it between your palms, and then you push up, and there you go. So with that little exercise, the remote started working, of course, and then I had to tinker with the USB sensor. So maybe I'll make another video in terms of how I fixed the USB sensor issue. So good luck, everyone. Ah.